Hello my beautiful Aries, thank you very much for tuning in to watch your January 2016 prediction with me, Lorian Witch. I am a tarot reader, astrologer, crystal healer, everything, bit of here and there with various methods, and I'm here to bring you your forecast for January. So this is a beautiful deck. This was actually sent to me by one of my customers. She subscribed to the channel, then she asked for a tarot reading, and then she thought, you know, this deck felt more at home with me. So that was an actual lovely gift, and I thank her very much for it. It's the Wildwood Tarot, and this is the back. So we're using that. It's a nice winter feel for January, and we're also using the Earth Magic Oracle cards. I actually don't know where the book is. The box is for the Earth Magic Oracle cards. So I've just got that there. So I did meditate on the cards as I was shuffling, and basically I did get kind of a transformation thing, and I swear this came out for you once before. If not, I apologise, but from my memory I do believe it came out before. So we have the Queen of Bows to start you off with for 2016, and this seems to me to be quite a proud moment. I mean, the hair itself looks a little bit like a freaky thing to me. I'm kind of a bit put off by it, but the message is no different than the Queen of what is it? The Queen of Wands. Sorry, it eluded me for a second there. So it's the Queen of Wands, and basically to me this does represent a proud moment. So you could be striding off in 2016 having achieved something that you really wanted, or still in a high position. So you could be feeling that this is quite a good opportunity for you, or a good standpoint to launch yourself, kind of like a platform. So this is the right experience, this is what you want to do. If not, it seems like you are going on a little bit of a venture from something dark into something a bit better, a bit lighter. You have your wits about you as well. You may be wanting a little bit less impulse, a little bit more kind of intuition, and we certainly see from this transformation from a hare into the Queen of Stones over here, you may be doing a little bit more thinking than doing at the start of this year, which isn't a bad thing. But also you may be acting very strongly and rushed in some respect. You could be bobbing about here, there and everywhere and jumping up and down and not really knowing where your feet are taking you, occasionally, not all the time. So I think this transformation that you're going to go through from the Queen of Bows into the Queen of Stones, who seems to be taking a more kind of careful approach, cautious approach, I think this is going to be quite a strong month for you in regards to kind of changing your viewpoint, because we have the wheel here. Try not to burn myself on a candle. And the wheel, as it represents normally, is the kind of turning point of day into night. We have the Wheel of the Year, you know, it's already the beginning of 2016 for many of us, and so it's kind of could be that. For me, I see this as almost like hanging your colours. What is it? Something about colours to a sticking post by Shakespeare. I can't really remember, but in any case, it's almost like the wheel is there for you to play with. It's your creation. Whether you worship or pray or use magic or just speak to your guides by day or by night, I think this is a case of living every single day with a purpose that maybe you will change now and again. You could start off January saying, right, I want to do this for 2016, and then by the time it comes around you're thinking, no, actually, you know, your mood and your purpose seems to evolve, and it seems to be kind of moving with the tides almost. It's a very naturalistic flow, which I really appreciate being a water sign, but fire signs tend to like things rough and ready, and kind of they know what they're doing, and they have a, you know, this kind of gut instinct. But to me it seems more like being the flow of nature and being 1 minute up, the next minute being a bit down, not really knowing which way that you want. But similarly, could be a bit of luck playing a part here. You could need some kind of inner guidance from your guides, which actually bring you to a point where you can say, right, I'm going from the dark into the light here, I'm going from the winter into the spring. It's going to change, but I'm ready for that change. And it's just about preparation rather than jumping into things like the hair maybe. And again, okay, so I forgot we even had this card, the Ace of Stones. So this is a new beginning, this is a new foundation, new preparation. Maybe you've decided to work abroad for, I don't know, 6 months. Or maybe you want to apply to somewhere else, or kind of like a apprenticeship or a working holiday, just something different. Maybe you wanted to try something like art, could get your finances, invest in something. Now, instead of just going, have all my money, you will actually be able to stagger the kind of like the I'm doing this first, then I'm doing this first, then I'm doing this first. You are going to be quite determined and driven in what you're doing with this. It's a good card. It's a very sweet card. It's something that I feel kind of like a tapestry, you know, like one of those things where it's handed down from grandmother to granddaughter or whatever, and they have to sew their own piece of fabric. For some reason that came through to me. It's kind of like you're leaving your own mark in this transitional phase, in this beginning phase, to lay your foundations and actually send yourself somewhere a lot better. So with the Queen of Stones, you know, we've gone kind of from, you know, the hair being prepared for everything and going into the wheel, which actually showed us, you know, the transitional phase. We've now decided to lay things down with the Ace of Stones, so we have become the Queen of Stones. Now I don't know whether you can see the correlation here, but it's almost like the hare has kind of gone off on the journey, it's walking up the craggy cliffs away from this tower, whatever it is, and now you've emerged a more cautious but stronger animal who seems to know deep within the strength of the bear and the strength of something that really actually delivers it for you. You're elevated your opinion, you've gone into the day. Oh look, see, I love it when this happens. I don't know whether you can see, I wish this camera was a little bit better. Nighttime, Queen of Bows, nighttime, transitioning in today. We've got the sunrise in the background, you can barely see it, but we've got the sunrise in the background, and then we have an even better sunrise. So this entire January could be attributed to the fact that we're getting longer evenings in the Northern Hemisphere. However, I don't think it's that literal. I feel this is you going from one phase, the ending of one where you were the Queen of Bows. You say that's the end of the cycle. You're in the Ace of Stones. Well, you're the Queen of Stones. Now I don't mean say queen as in if you're a male, you know, you may not say, well, I'm not feminine. It doesn't matter. It's just a name. It's just a word. You are still a strong person. You're metamorphosized, if you will, into something completely different than what you were at the beginning of January. You have a different perspective, you have more knowledge, you have evolved into a different beast, shall we say, and you now have a more clear purpose as to where ultimately you would like to take yourself, because this is where the cycle of life takes you. You can start off as one thing, you hop onto the cycle and it takes you somewhere different. But nevertheless it takes you somewhere where you need to be. So have a little bit of a trust in the fact that you are going to evolve very strongly this month, and it's for a purpose. We may not know until February what that purpose is. We may not know until June what that purpose is, but either way, it's coming. Clarity's coming. And I think this is the reason, you know, kind of how you use your power may need to differ slightly. How you exercise your power. You know, whether you feel it within or whether you exude it outwards, whether you are an introvert or whether you're an extrovert, it doesn't matter really, it doesn't mean much. This is all about how your brain power is, how your psychic power is, your lust for life power, really, in a matter of how you can get things moving. And I did just have like this kind of pain in my neck, so maybe some of you need to kind of realign yourself, literally, in the fact of maybe a bit of yoga or some kind of stretching to kind of get yourself feeling limber and able to take this on. Something to do about health here, maybe stretching to make sure that you, I don't know, something about making sure everything's in alignment. So it's a very key here that you utilise your power and know where this is coming from. Very good card to have. Lorian likes it. Okay, so it's a very good overview of the month for you. I do like this transformation for you, Aries. Of course, this is general. This is for your sun, moon and rising sign, anyone who has Aries in those kind of areas. But if you'd like a personal private reading, check out my website for that. More than happy to assist you with that. If you'd like to support this channel by donating or Patreon, those links are below. Thank you as always to everybody who's already subscribed, who's liked the videos, who's connected with me on Facebook, Twitter. I love personal messages as well, those really make me laugh sometimes. I love sharing the little jokes with you and things, so thank you very much for that. And for me, looking at this for you, Aries, it's very intriguing and I look forward to reading for you in February. Take care of yourself and make sure that you have the best time in January as possible.